there will be too many chefs in the pot. Is it correct? In the pot, making the pot, cooking the pot.
No, too many chefs spoil the soup.
Oh, okay. Hello, welcome to the first ever episode of Floating Thoughts. I'm Ziyu.
And I'm Azmir.
And together,
Where?
let's talk folks.
Oh, the floating folks.
Currently 11:40 plus a.m. p.m. You see?
On a
Not thinking
Wednesday
already.
night.
Yeah, happy hump day. We decided to do this to break away from our work, but also at the same time we already planned this for a long time but just didn't get to filming this down. So for a start, Floating Thoughts, the podcast, will be talking about our business, the Floating Folks, and video production industry in general, us as business owners.
And another disclaimer is we are not professionals lah. I mean
Yeah.
like what we say might not be the best or
Representation,
the right
yeah.
path
Yeah.
or right. Might not be right lah. It might be
Yeah.
wrong to some.
Yeah, we are just sharing our own experiences.
Yeah. And we are also learning as we go along.
If we do have in the future some guests on the show, we will get to learn and exchange more business tips or about the media industry in general and stuff like that. But after that, maybe Floating Thoughts will still be a podcast, but maybe talking about other things because, you always have floating thoughts, yeah? So let's just go right into it. So to even talk about our business itself for the first ever episode, let's just talk about our friendship and how it turned into a business, right?
Yes.
We are actually university classmates or course mates because we are not exactly always in the same class.
From NTU.
Yeah, we are from NTU School of Art, Design and Media, majoring in digital filmmaking. And we only got into the same class in year 2 in our production class.
And this batch of people is a very small batch. Like we are talking about 25
Yeah.
at
No,
first.
lesser. Oh,
Like
yeah,
at first.
people quit school.
Yeah, so like at first it's like 25 people. So it's even if there's different classes, it's only 2 classes. So it's not very hard to not meet the people. It's just whether you work with them
Yeah.
or not
Yeah.
in projects.
And then in production class, we happen to be in the same group because of the seating arrangement in class. I think so lah. Because I wasn't there for the first lesson. I was unwell. And then we were in the same group. And at first, I thought that we could click. A very stereotypical thing is that because we are both from poly, so I thought like, hey, can click this person. But then he was very quiet, very, very quiet. And I don't really go to school
But if people know me, right,
Yeah.
I don't open up to people.
so early.
Yeah, especially like somehow in a school setting. Like you need to, or whoever need to take time for me to like, it's like,
Warm
like
up.
animal like that, yeah, same.
Yeah, you're
Like,
animal.
you need a few meetings or a few interactions and like, oh, okay, like this
Can
person.
trust, that kind of thing.
Not just can trust lah, whether the person can vibe.
Okay, but I knew it's like I don't know. I think I have this ability, but let's not say ability. I have this knack of identifying people and think that like, okay, I think possibly can click, but I must vibe off the person to confirm it. So at first I thought like as I vibe off, right, maybe cannot click because it's like just we'll lose connection. But maybe we have our own lives. That time I like to stay in hall a lot, and then I'm always like in and out of school with my e-scooter. Like, so I don't really bond with my
This one is
classmates.
the YP.
What?
The YP takes scooter.
No, because I
Then she blast the
am very
music.
late. I don't blast music, but then anyway, so that's how I thought like, oh, maybe this could be a friend, but like in the end it didn't turn out
But I
like.
think because we were all new in this filmmaking thing.
Yeah.
Like even for me, I never studied filmmaking, so
Same.
everything was like, wow, very fresh. Then I think for you also very fresh.
Yeah,
Because we both come from events,
background.
but in a different department.
I was the programming in the events, management and programming.
Then I was more of the technical side, sound engineering and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like somehow we have the same world, but just different perspective of the same world. Yeah. So anyway, then that's why when that group project, right? Even though we were in the same group,
We were all
it
noobs.
still it still feel like just a group project or like you do in
Yeah.
school. Not so much like wow, this is gonna be buddies for life. You know, even like with other group mates lah.
Yeah.
Like it just felt like we are embarking on a new project as classmates. That's
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
Like not
yeah.
nothing more lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I guess year 2 passed.
Yeah. And then if we fast forward to year 4 during our FYP, that's when we somehow were in the same group. But backtrack a little bit.
No, wait. Before that, in
Yeah.
between, there were also classes that we were in the same classes lah. Because like what we say, it's a small
Yeah.
course.
Cohort.
So of course we will meet each other, but it's like some of the situations don't put us in the same project. It was more like as a whole class you go to this, attend this, and then that. So it's just like class activity, simple things lah.
Yeah.
So it's not so much like you form a bond or a friendship until like we can work for life, that kind of thing. No lah. Until year 4 lah, where we had to do our final year projects.
Yeah, so I remember he was on his exchange and we all had to go for a pitch. To pitch for our own film idea to come to life. So if your pitch is selected, then you'll be the director.
And this was like optional. Like
Yeah.
if you want to pitch, then you pitch. Yeah.
Then a lot of my friends were like, just try lah, just pitch lah, never know, blah, blah, blah. But as usual, I have a lot of things on my plate, join a lot of things, hall, whatever. But I still thought like, okay, maybe I should try. So I prepared my pitch and then I go to the session and I realized, oh yeah, Azman not there. Then I thought like, he's one of the people in the batch that I feel like, okay, can click. So I decided to text him. So I dropped him a text on Telegram to ask, like, hey, are you pitching? Like, how's your trip to Australia, right? Or whatever lah. Then after that,
But what's your
intention?
Yeah. Why you
Awkward lor. Like I feel like I got no friends because I don't hang out in school, right? Then I feel like I can talk to you. So that's why I thought like maybe I should ask you if you are pitching. So maybe, we can be in the same group or something. But to my dismay,
I did reply.
he only replied one.
Okay,
He
I
told
replied
me
because I think maybe I was like,
busy there lah.
yeah lah, like caught up in, when you are in overseas and you got other things to deal with. And then the fact that you have to pitch overseas.
Yeah. They did a video. He was with Ibrahim.
Yeah, I decided to pitch, but I asked Ibrahim to help me.
Be the physical mans.
Yeah, like messenger vibes. But no lah, but he was also part of the project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Then-
that's why then after I text, right, he only say like, he's pitching with Ibrahim. Very short, like, I'm pitching with Ibrahim. Then I'm like, fun. What are y'all pitching about? Then I was like, I'm pitching too and whatever. I also forgot the message, but I just know that I had a CTA, like the, maybe blah, 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 that kind, right? He ghosted me. Then I'm just like, okay. Then I remember.
Maybe at that point in time, right?
Yeah.
You must know that I never think a lot about it.
Yeah.
It's not like I purposely ignore you. It's just like
Yeah lah. I know.
never think so much because
And we are not exactly like as if, got a clique in school, hang out, that kind. Like we just like classmates. Then
Yeah,
I just try
so-
my luck to make friends. But
so when people message me like that, I will just treat it like a normal message or like
yeah.
you ask I answer, you ask I
Alright.
answer, that's it.
Yeah.
Then it's not nothing more like what are you gonna do? I never make effort lah, basically.
Yeah, then so that's why after that it was just there lah. And then we both didn't get the pitch and people who got it,
Offers.
yeah.
There were more offers coming in.
Yeah, they offered us whatever roles that were given as a core role for the project, and then somehow we both ended in the same project. Like one of it, we have to do two short films, and we were in the same for one. From this one project, we managed to find out that okay, we have similar working styles, or at least we could accept each other's working style, and other people in the group might be a little bit different, like no good or bad. It's just like the working style is generally a little bit different. So it's it takes a
It's
bit
like that lah,
more,
in school or even in the working world.
yeah.
It's like that person may be very good at what he or she does, but doesn't mean he might fit working with another person.
Yeah, exactly. Then so that's why like I remember one incident that made me realize that okay, I can work with this guy because I'm a very solution oriented person, no matter work or friendship, life or whatever.
And I give solutions.
Exactly. Because, I'm the producer of the group. So obviously, like, I'll have to manage the project. I'll have a lot of things I have to schedule and plan and everything. And in between, there were a lot of things that happened that the director or the sound or whoever or what lah, basically,
Every role has its own problems lah.
yeah,
Set of
not their
problems.
fault lah, but it's like
The
in
situation.
in
lah.
the situation, yeah, they have some things that happen that they have to let me know as a producer. Like they maybe they're asking me for solutions or what, but they tell me that, and then more problems like please don't tell people, or like I can only do this that
Actually, I
kind.
don't know what's my problem.
Your problem is about the pickup. Because,
Pickup?
okay, in the whole group, right, he's the only one with a stable driving license. Like, maybe other people have, but not as confident.
Stable.
Stable, like confident lah. Like, other people might not be as confident, even though they have a driving license also. And we are borrowing my grandfather's car.
Because
So,
of that, me.
partly lah. I remember that because I wanted to cry in the hall, like, shut fuck up everyone, that kind. Like, don't give me problem. Then he suddenly called me from... Oh, sorry. We will censor it.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, but anyway, then that's why I was like, oh my god, like everyone's calling me problems after problems, and we were so close to the shoot, and the script was not locked.
But
Then
I think
suddenly he
there's-
called me
I
to
think
tell
there was
me.
more.
Why?
There's more lah.
Yeah,
Like,
there's
I think
more,
maybe
yeah lah.
equipment also or something.
Yeah, I know that there are a lot of things, but I just remember that one incident when you came to, like, you called me like at night to tell me like there's an issue, and then he told me the problem already. I was so stressed. I was like about to cry. I can feel it. Then
Because
he's
I
like,
think partly also because no one reply her on the group chat.
I scold everyone, not scold like I long text everyone.
Because every time, because she has to be the one updating everyone. Like,
Yeah.
okay, we need to do this, need to do that.
Yeah.
But then like people just like either read or no reply. I mean, I also never reply lah.
Yeah
but
lah, all these people.
but I think everyone separately got talked to her. It's just like in the group, no one addressed the whatever she's updating.
Yeah, so that's why he gave me a solution. Like from the phone call, after that he told me, okay, don't angry. This is my problem, but I have a solution. Then he say his solution, and I'm like, okay, let's go with it. Then that was the moment where I realized, okay, he can click.
Okay, then we were working on another project, our friend's project lah, just before our own project.
Okay, basically we were filming at an abandoned place that will go dark when the sun goes down.
Wow.
Yeah,
Which
like
place the sun?
no,
Okay,
there's no
no.
electricity
Yeah,
and everything lah. Basically,
Make it easier is basically the group, right, allow us to stay over
at their chalet
Yeah,
that they booked for
because
their group.
they are shooting every day at that location for 5 days. In between, like every day after the shoot, right, we will discuss our own projects with. In fact, most of our team were involved in this project, our friend's
Discussion.
project.
Yeah, so we stayed back to discuss together.
So as we were discussing day by day, that's when we realized that actually we think the same way.
Yeah, and we laugh at the same jokes, and then we procrastinate at the same time. Like, need to
As
discuss
in,
now.
there's a how do you say?
There's this
chemistry.
this
in terms
this
of
synergy, right? That we no need to say. We know like yeah, need to do already. Then yeah, it's the same thing again. But it's like not like we don't want to do or we dread the situation. It's just like that same vibe, that same energy level. They're like all right, we'll go for it because it's a responsibility.
yeah,
But
so that further adds to the whole like
Can work
maybe we
together.
can work together.
yeah,
In case people don't know, right, like all this final year project, right, actually we are not
funded.
we start from zero. So like the more sponsors or help we can get, right, we
The better.
yeah.
So
Even
we don't need
though
to fork out
who
any. Yeah,
who IMDA do give money,
yeah. It's
but
not enough.
it's only after that. So we have to strategically plan
Yeah,
how much lah.
Yeah.
And the money don't go to our pocket lah. It's basically all
go to the
the
project, the talent,
like food and all that.
Yeah,
All the
the set.
logistics to make it happen.
Because our juniors or our batchmates helping us without any payment. So of course we need to give them a conducive set, give them food, give them transportation.
And
if
all this is
can.
like long hours. It's not like
Yeah.
8 hours or I must go home. It's
Then there's no such thing OT
until
or what.
3 a.m. 4 a.m. Then must think of transport for people. So
Yeah.
all these things matter. So any help, any sponsors also will count to this lah.
Yeah.
So for her it's like she managed to clinch a few clients.
Sponsors,
Yeah.
because I in the first place I already set out. I was clear to the group that like, okay, I don't want you guys to pay a single cent. I will work my ass off to get the sponsors or get whatever help we need. Hopefully to not spend any amount. That's why like in the end when we managed to clinch, it's like okay lah, good lah.
Then for me, it's like I clinch more of the equipment side.
Yeah.
So which helps a lot also.
Yeah. Basically, fast forward till the towards the end of the project, one of the clients actually reached out to me to say that they want to do some social media videos and are asking us to do it. And it's like straight away, it's a granted job. Like they don't even need us to pitch.
It
They
just
don't.
happened to be right place, right time.
Yeah.
They wanted to do something, and we are a group of people that can achieve that.
Yeah. And I remember because I invited them to come on set when we were filming. And on set then they were telling me about the project and I was like, oh my god, okay, excited. And then I told them, okay, maybe after the production period, you know, in post-production, then I can chat with them further. Then that's when they really granted us the project, told us the brief and everything.
And it was like quite a big sum of money.
Yeah.
And it's basically more than what our total FYP is.
Yeah.
Which is like we are shocked.
Yeah. And then, but the thing is, when we consulted our experienced group mates who told us that, oh, even though this is a huge sum of money, it's still not correct. It's still not the market rate. And we were like, oh, we didn't know.
I think because we also didn't foresee that, oh, we're going to get a job.
Yeah.
Like, we are still students after all. Like, so even to freelance, right, in the first place, it's like, wow, it's nice to get paid, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That was my first reaction lah. Like, because I was working a bit editing and stuff, then I realized that, like quite like nice lah to be paid for what you're learning. So then when this project came, it's like initially we thought, okay, it's a group project because after all everyone work on it together.
Not just that, no. It's more of like because I got the project and the contact from the FYP.
Yeah,
like
because
that's how I link from the FYP.
And
but
the FYP is involved like at least 6 of us.
6 core team members lah. So that's why when I was granted the job, I didn't want it to be like just my job. I want
It's
it
only
to be
right that the whole team
is involved.
Yeah, because everyone kind of made it happen lah. Even though she's the one that clinched it.
Yeah, so that's why like after that I was talking to him about it. Then we were thinking, how do we get this to work? Because if I get everyone involved, there will be 6 voices. There will be too many chefs in the pot. Is it correct? In the pot? Making the pot? Cooking the pot?
No, too many chefs spoil the soup.
Oh, okay. I tried.
Everyone's a pot maker now.
Yeah. I say chef in the pot. They having some jacuzzi.
Bathtub, 3 men in a tub. Okay, so then we decided that, okay, we're going to tell the team and why not me and her take charge of the whole project.
Yeah.
It's easier that way because then there won't be too many chefs in the kitchen now,
To
I
spoil
guess.
the soup.
Yeah, like you guys know what I mean lah. Like,
Yeah.
like too many heads also not the best. Even though they are the smartest or they're more experienced, but someone need to take charge lah.
Yeah,
in a
and
way.
plus because of whatever budget was given that might not be the market rate or something, some people who are more experienced might not want to take this on. Like, why is it their responsibility suddenly when I was the one who got it? So that's why in the end, it's more of like us leading the project and then we engage our group mates to be the freelancers.
But yeah, by default, they
in the
if
project.
they are free, then they help us.
Yeah.
But as in they're paid lah, right? They're paid.
Yeah, they are lah, of course lah. Yeah, so that's why in the end from that project we sort of work together as project leads.
Actually funny
if you
because
call it.
the project also is unique
Yeah.
in a certain way.
Yeah.
I don't know if we should say it lah, but
If you know it, you know it lah.
maybe we can
right?
say it lah, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, it's mainly for a funeral company. So it's like, wow, to get a first job that is quite
Doing
a sum to
funeral
us and then
related,
doing
yeah.
funeral, it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, but the base of the project is still something that we are doing right now.
Yeah, yeah. Studio, interviews, reactions, human element.
Human thing. So like,
Yeah.
like actually
It's our branding lah. Actually, it's us lah about human.
it's not a funeral like not the process of a funeral, but
Yeah, it's just related
a
lah.
funeral company.
Yes.
I think that we never addressed it properly, but people would think, funeral, why got
Yeah.
so much budget? Blah, blah.
Yeah.
Both of us took charge of the
We
project
were both co-producers.
in a way. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think I did well lah, but
No, like at least he helped me with the writing part of the like flow.
did I? I don't remember, sir.
As in we discussed lah.
I feel like it's a very blur memory of the
2019.
pre-production. The pre-production felt very blur.
Maybe because I did everything.
Yeah, maybe.
Then, yeah. But
I
anyway,
don't think I can take credit.
I know we discussed.
Maybe
at
like, oh
least.
yeah, maybe like she do.
We brainstorm.
This
How
is
about
how
that?
we still work now. Like
Yeah.
it's like she will think of whatever. Then sometimes I got small ideas, but not the big idea. Like here and there. Then it's like she will consult me. Then I will say back my idea also. Then
Then I
somehow it
will
will
do it.
combine, then polish, then okay already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, so that time it was like that, and I in the end I was we co-produced, or like I was the main producer, and on set I was directing, he was shooting. Then we have B cam, we have grips, we
Yeah,
have
so we hire all our core members and also a
fill
few
up
others.
with some juniors and other friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it was not just a one day shoot kind of thing. It took a bit of time, like at
Yeah.
least 3 days, right?
Yeah.
3 days of shoot, and it's not like back to back. It's like one in this week, then 2-3 weeks later, then another one. Because of the nature of the project, and it requires time lah.
Yeah. So that's why because of this other project again, then I realized, okay, we can work well together. Yeah. And still at that point I was thinking, this is my finale. Like I kept thinking
Okay, at
that,
this point in time,
yeah,
right, I still never think that, okay, this is my,
calling.
like, this is the thing that I want.
Yeah.
Or like, this will become a company. Like, it's still it's just one of the projects. Yeah. Because I think during this time also, I was already freelancing, right?
Yeah, yes.
Was it? Yeah, I was freelancing with some of my batchmates lah.
Yeah.
Like they are the one that hired me also. So then I felt like, okay lah, I can do this freelance here and there.
Sorry, I was checking my double chin.
Then I realized like, okay, this is something that maybe I can do lah. Just here and there. I don't think I'll become a business owner. My philosophy,
Yeah.
I'm a philosopher. My philosophy in life,
Mm.
okay, don't take my words properly,
Okay.
is that I like to go with the flow.
Okay.
So even like my poly days, my uni days is like go with the flow because of certain things that will lead me to something else. So it's not so much like from last time I always wanted to do video, that kind of thing. It was more of like it happens right? Just like the river, just follow the river.
River flows in you.
No, it flows by me. Okay, so
Yeah, so for me, it was a bit different. I kept saying like I wanted to quit film, right? Because actually, to be honest, I have a main goal in life. It is to start my own business since young. You know, people like when they are younger, their ambition when teachers ask or parents ask, what do you want to be? I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a teacher. I want to be a doctor or whatever.
and my ambition
Yeah.
is to be a postman.
Funny, oh. You can say the reason why. You want
Because
to tak.
Yeah, because last time, I think now it doesn't happen. But now, I mean, last time people like to do the flyers, right? Then they have this like
Ruler
people wear
looking
guceng,
metal. Ah,
They guceng nail, right? Sometimes
really?
they will like,
I thought they use ruler.
yeah, I like the sound. Then I think like, wow, not bad lah. You ride
You like
bicycle.
the sound. Think about it. That's why you went to AVT because of the sound.
Then imagine you ride bicycle, go to different blocks and estate and deliver mail. Like, fine, you need this to this. Yeah, I think it's quite a fun job but I didn't think too much lah. So
Yeah.
I wanted to be a postman lah.
Yeah. That's his
Meanwhile,
ambition.
People want to be
Meanwhile-
business owner, want to
Yeah.
own the postman. Or post office, sorry.
No, but okay, to be fair, because I grew up in a family of businesses, like I have a lot of relatives, even my own father, my grandfather, they are all business owners. So I think naturally for me, somehow, maybe subconsciously, I see them and I feel like, oh, I also want to be someone like that. And I remember when I was younger, I was playing with my neighbors, right? We would actually bring our little foldable table out to the void deck or corridor to set our own booths and sell our little things.
Lemonade. Yeah, like she had a
Business
entrepreneur
mind.
mind
Yeah.
from the start.
That's why it's like I know since young, like owning a business is what I want to do. So that's why I wanted to quit film, because I feel like it will slow down my process. Like where to get the money and how to get the time. Like if I'm so busy OTing, doing all these like film things. So that's why I didn't want to do it. But then during the FYP process, I was talking to some people friends, because all along I thought I got no friends, right? Because I don't really hang out in school. But because of that finale phase whereby I wanted to just finish off my uni well, I managed to connect with more people. I remember being a producer. I was following different people to like workshops, to rent trucks, to do whatever. And I was talking to a batchmate, and he was sharing with me about how film industry works, and because he's quite an experienced person by the time we were in uni. So that's why he was sharing with me more about, the salary and, the lifestyle, what you could do, what are some of the roles outside. And it piqued my interest. I didn't know that, wow, actually film has all these things. And then after that, I talked to another batchmate also. They are both very successful in the industry, I would think. Or at least getting there lah. Like people know them now. But yeah, I was talking to another guy also. Then he was like telling me about his day rate was like this certain price. Then, he got equipment, his own. And if add on is this other price. Then I was like, per day? You
like,
can
I think last time,
get that?
like I think for her, right?
Yeah.
She's not used to the people can really pay a lot for a day.
Yeah.
I mean, cause I freelance outside,
so
and then I slowly realized like, if I'm being paid this much, right, and I'm just an assistant, right, or camera assistant, right, what about the people that has bigger roles?
Yeah.
Like how much are they being paid?
Yeah.
But of course, there's more responsibility lah. Yeah, it's just that, and the fact that I learned also that people can have their own equipment and they can rent it out.
Yeah.
On top of their working hours.
As a student, you already were aware of this lah.
Yeah, but it's like I was kind of exposed lah. So it's like it sounds like okay. It's just like I didn't imagine that if I'm being paid that how would it be like?
Yeah, and plus I think it's also because I always think in a full-time mindset. Like I always didn't like consider what freelance all this, because I like to know.
Stability.
Yeah, stability is one. And also like all along in school, like since secondary school, I was doing not too bad, I would think. And I didn't know that my life would be
Spiral.
No, would be like what it is today.
Like a dragon.
I thought like, after graduation, I will get a full-time job, then stable, then
Actually,
like
wow.
same, right?
Actually,
Then,
because my whole life is very normal
Simple.
path. I imagine myself to be either a full-timer. I didn't even think that I'll be a freelancer. I just think like, I'll full-time in a company, then just normal lah, like 9 to 5 vibes. But not as a corporate wearing people, like just
yeah, not the
still in the
office
industry,
shirt
but
person.
like office
Yeah.
or office hours.
Yeah.